Energy supply concerns continue across Asia. Thailand's Prime Minister has blamed the fuel shortage on traders who are stockpiling and smuggling crude supplies into neighbouring countries. Anutin Charnvirakul accusing them of excessive profiteering, with the consequent fuel shortages costing the government around $1.4 billion. He says some seaborne shipments had been intentionally delayed, allowing traders to wait for retail prices to rise. Investigations are underway after more than 57 million litres of fuel went missing during a sea transportation in the south.
ก็ต้องขอกราบเรียนพี่น้องประชาชนว่าขอให้อย่าตื่นตระหนกว่าเดี๋ยวจะมีน้ำมันขาดเดี๋ยวไปแล้วกลับบ้านไม่ได้นะครับถ้าเราใช้แบบสภาวะปกตินะครับไม่ต้องไปเผื่อใส่ในถังในแกลลอนนะครับไปตุนไว้น้ำมันก็จะมีให้บริการนะครับเหมือนทุกๆครั้งเหมือนทุกๆปี
In Australia, authorities have urged those planning long road trips this Easter weekend to fill their cars at city petrol stations instead of rural towns that are already facing shortages.
For those Australians planning a road trip this weekend, given our shortages are predominantly in rural and regional Australia, it makes sense to fill up in the city to help the country if you can.
Well, Indonesia has introduced Friday work-from-home measures for government workers to conserve energy supplies. That policy expected to save almost $4 billion and will be reviewed every 2 months. Bangladesh is cutting work hours from today. Government and private offices will run from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., while banks will remain open from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. Markets and shopping centres will have to close by 6 p.m. Authorities also urging cuts to power use and non-essential public spending. Pakistan is making public transportation free in the capital. The country is sharply raising fuel prices for the second time in less than a month. Diesel prices going up overnight nearly 55% and petrol more than 40%. Other measures include 4-day work weeks for government offices and extending school holidays with some classes moving online. Experts warning the worst is yet to come.
90% of the oil and LNG pass through Strait of Hormuz is destined for Asia and the Pacific. But the impacts are going to be knock-on effects on several other areas. So there's going to be transport sector choke points, for instance, which are already happening. Iran sitting at the middle of several road and railway networks between Asia and Europe and so on and so forth. So they are being disrupted. And then further on, there are going to be ripple effects on trade, through value chains, on remittances, on tourism, and eventually on inflation and overall growth prospects of countries as well.